Hello and welcome to a fresh new episode of Science Monitor, our weekly update on all that is happening in the field of science and technology in and around the country. I'm Aishwarya Kapoor with you. From improving chili crops to scramjet engines and Mars simulation experiment, we have many exciting stories in store for you today. But let us begin with the headlines. India joins elite space league, successfully tests indigenous scramjet engine. Farmers can now chill. New interventions are on its way. 20 years of technology development board. Isolated volunteers rejoin mainstream after an year on Mars simulation experiment. And in our In Focus segment today, we will discuss about the need of clean water and the pros and cons of existing water purification technologies. And now the news in detail. ISRO has proved its technological strength once again. As on 28th of August, ISRO successfully launched India's first indigenous air-breathing propulsion system. The system, which uses atmospheric oxygen for fuel combustion, is called the scramjet engine. Now, with this feat, India has joined the elite club of 3 other spacefaring nations which have developed a scramjet engine for their space missions. Let us see this report.
Adding to its many technical feats, the Indian Space Research Organisation has demonstrated its technology prowess once again. This time, it is with the launch of the indigenously developed supersonic combustion ramjet engine. The supersonic combustion ramjet engine, which is being known as the scramjet engine in short, was launched aboard the Advanced Technology Vehicle or ATV, a research rocket with a solid booster from the Satish Dhawan Space Centre in Sriharikota at 6 a.m. IST on 28th August.
So with this, the experiment, ISRO and India could achieve a very crucial and critical as well as a complex technology which is useful for a future space transportation system, either for launch vehicles or for airspace plane.
This is India's first experimental mission aimed at developing an indigenous air-breathing propulsion system, which uses hydrogen as fuel and oxygen from the atmosphere air as the oxidizer. The research team of ISRO has indigenously handled the design and development of hypersonic engine air intake, the supersonic combustor, proper thermal management and ground testing of the engines. A scramjet engine is designed to use oxygen present in the atmospheric air to burn the hydrogen fuel, thus reducing the amount of oxygen required to be carried on board during space flights. Scramjet-powered rockets also have several times greater thrust compared to rockets powered by conventional fuels and are significantly lighter and smaller and hence cheaper. With this feat, India has become the 4th country in the world to demonstrate the flight testing of a scramjet engine.
From chili chicken to paneer chili, spicy Indian cuisines are known worldwide for their mouth-watering taste and aroma. And of the key ingredients that these Indian delicacies cannot do without is chilies. But the chili farmers of the country has been under tremendous stress as annually a significant part of chili crop is lost to a viral infection called chili curl. But maybe it is the time for them to relax and enjoy the spicy flavors, as the discovery of new genes by researchers at JNU may solve the problem.
From the common Javala chili to the coloured Kashmiri chili, to the uniquely flavoured Mundu and Guntur chili, to the extremely hot Naga and Kantari chili. India is a land of many varieties of chilies, which impart a unique flavor to Indian cooking. Chili is one of the most crucial spice cum vegetable crop grown in India, but they also face a huge threat in the form of a viral infection caused by a group of virus called Gemini viridae. The infection, which results in a condition called chili leaf curl, results in deformed leaves along with fewer, smaller and deformed fruits. While no successful method exists to control the chili leaf curl virus presently, a new study may pave way for novel interventions. The study comes from the group of Dr. Nirbhay Kumar Khushwaha from the Jawaharlal Nehru University, who has identified novel genes in chili which might provide immunity against the virus. The team has used genetic constructs of the infective virus to screen resistant and susceptible varieties of chilies under laboratory conditions.
The research in our laboratory focused on understanding the host and virus interactions, how the infection sites are established, and to devise strategies how to combat the viruses against the infection process. And as a result, we have identified several viruses from different crop plants, from tomato, chilies, identified their mode of disease development in plant, how they cause disease, and also devise some of the strategies which can block this infection in plants.
We have identified several genes which involved in the pathogenesis of virus, and we are screening those genes, and we will be hopefully we will successfully identify some resistant factor out of those genes, and in future we will make the transgenic of those genes to develop a resistant variety against this virus, and definitely our farmer will be benefited.
The study has led to the creation of chili gene library comprising 231 genes which can be used to develop virus-resistant chili plants. Using a technology known as virus-induced gene silencing, which prevents the expression of certain genes in the plant, and cell biology techniques, the team has also tried to understand the mechanism of disease development and interactions between the viral and host proteins. Various aspects of the study published by the group in journals like Applied Microbiology and Biotechnology, Archives of Virology, Journal of Experimental Botany and Physiology, and Molecular Biology of Plants. The study opens up new avenues for the development of novel crop protection strategies to control chili curl.
It has been 20 years of promoting technological development in the country. Yes, the Technology Development Board on 1st of September celebrated its 20th Foundation Day. The occasion saw the organization of a two-day symposium themed Strategizing Commercialization Through Technology and Innovation in the capital.
In these rapidly evolving times, technological innovation is the key to development of any nation. And enabling technological innovation in the country is the Technology Development Board, which is stepping into its 20th year. The achievements of TDB in translating the fruits of indigenous research into commercial products and services were recently celebrated during its 20th Foundation Day with the organization of a two-day symposia in the capital. The symposia themed Strategizing Commercialization Through Technology and Innovation. The event, inaugurated by Professor Ashutosh Sharma, Chairperson TDB and Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, saw large-scale participation of renowned researchers, technologists and entrepreneurs of the country. The symposia outlined the journey and mission of TDB, while Shri Y.S. Chaudhary, Honorable Minister of State for Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, delivered the keynote address.
Definitely for our country it is time to reorient ourselves about entire TDB's approach. We have been talking a lot about demographics dividends. What does it mean? That means more and more younger generation are going to be in active roles. So every year we are going to get so many millions of youngsters to enter into the economic market of this country. So thereby TDB should expand across the country by opening offices everywhere.
The symposia included many technical sessions that covered various aspects of advanced technologies ranging from cybersecurity and clean and green energy to healthcare. The symposia is expected to provide the much-needed thrust to convert research knowledge into applications, bringing together researchers and entrepreneurs on a common platform.
Following 365 days of excruciating isolation, the 6-member research team who were part of the Mars simulation experiment has rejoined the mainstream on 28th of August. The team, which has exited the mock-up Mars habitat on the Hawaiian volcano after practicing isolated living in the Red Planet simulator, may have insights to share for future space missions.
A space flight to Mars indeed might look like a dream trip. While the prospect seems exciting, it can be equally excruciating. For a space flight to Mars means total isolation from humankind and moving around only in specially designed spacesuits. To share more insights on how life on Mars would feel like, the 6-member research team, who are part of the Mars simulation experiment, has rejoined us after an year. The 6 crew members have been practicing an isolated life in a geodesic dome which mocks a Mars habitat on a Hawaiian volcano for the past 365 days.
And give you my personal impression, which is that a mission to Mars in the close future is realistic. I think the technological and psychological obstacles can be overcome.
Just showing that it works, you can actually get water from a ground that is seemingly dry. It would work on Mars, and the implication is that you would be able to get water on Mars from this little greenhouse.
The team who entered the 1,000 square foot dome on 28th August last year includes German physicist and engineer Christian Heinecke, French astrobiologist Cyprien Versuo, engineer Andrzej Stewart, and PhD candidate Tristan Bassingthwaite. The project called the Hawaii Space Exploration Analog and Simulation, or High Seas Project, is funded by NASA and led by Professor Kim Binstead from the University of Hawaii. The researchers, who during the year-long experiment ventured out only for simulated spacewalks, fully attired in mock spacesuits, were studying the technological, biological, and physiological and psychological issues which humans are likely to face while living on Mars. The project aims to create guidelines for future missions to Mars, which is the long-term goal of the US human space program.
And now it is time to take a very short break. We'll be back with more science news. Keep watching Science Monitor. Welcome back after the break. You're watching Science Monitor. Let us now have a look at some important science and technology activities happening in India and abroad in our next segment, Science Express.
ISRO has been adding many feathers to its cap. According to sources, ISRO is gearing up to launch 68 satellites together in a single rocket next year. With this feat, ISRO may be beating its own record of launching 20 satellites together. The launch is being planned by Antrix, ISRO's commercial outfit, which markets the PSLV internationally. The 68 nano-satellites are being planned to be packed into small bundles, each carrying 4 or more satellites on a single launcher. With rising alarms regarding the epidemic of chikungunya, Indian Health Minister JP Nadda has said that there is no need to panic for rising chikungunya cases, while emphasizing on the need to pay more attention to its prevention.
अभी भी हमने दिल्ली सरकार और बाकी लोगों के साथ क्लोज कोऑर्डिनेशन में हम काम कर रहे हैं। मेरा निवेदन है सबको कि इसमें हमको घबराने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, पैनिक करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, सिम्टोमेटिक ट्रीटमेंट लेना है और हम ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा प्रिवेंशन पर ध्यान दें। मैंने म्यूनिसिपल कॉरपोरेशंस को भी कहा है कि वो सफाई रखें और ये सफाई के साथ साथ साफ जगह पर भी पानी का जमाव ना हो, इसकी हम चिंता करें।
This was in the context of 391 cases of chikungunya being reported from the capital recently. The minister said that the government is working in close coordination with public and municipal corporations to control the spread of the disease. In an encouraging news for rose lovers, farmers in the Dharamdeen village of Sikkim state are taking to organic rose cultivation to a whole new level. Farmers have switched to organic rose cultivation from conventional methods as it is more profitable completely to using organic fertilizers like cow and goat dung. With these strategies, Sikkim has become India's first fully organic state with almost 75,000 hectares of land converted into certified organic farms.
Water, the most essential ingredient of life. While clean and pure water is the essence of life, contaminated water can lead to a host of diseases and can even kill. Fortunately, many technologies exist today which claim to provide clean and pure water. But while a group of experts recommend the use of these technologies, another group point out their ill effects. Well, in our In Focus segment today, we will discuss about the need of clean and pure water and the pros and cons of available water purification technologies.
Water, needless to say, the most important requirement for human existence. But the once most abundant and crucial resource is fast becoming a rare commodity. Not only is the world facing the issues of depleting water resources today, but the recent years has seen increasing risks of water contamination. Access to safe drinking water is emerging as one of the crucial challenges of the present times, and clean, potable drinking water still remains a challenge in many parts of the developing world. Most of us are aware of the problems caused by contaminated water that may range from diarrhea, cholera, and jaundice to typhoid. And today, many technologies are available to easily purify drinking water. Most of us even use water purifiers and RO systems in our households. So what actually is RO technology? RO refers to reverse osmosis. Reverse osmosis is a water purification technique that makes use of a partially permeable membrane to remove harmful ions, molecules and larger particles present in water. In the normal osmosis process, a solvent naturally moves from an area of low solute concentration through a membrane to an area of high solute concentration because of free energy difference of the system. In an RO system, a pressure is applied to overcome the osmotic pressure and remove dissolved and suspended particles and organisms from water. The RO systems make use of various kinds of filters and membranes to remove contamination. Many laboratories are developing advanced RO technologies based on nanopore materials. Some examples are the superior water filter based on novel nanoporous membrane polyvinylidene fluoride and polymethyl methacrylate by researchers of Indian Institute of Science. The innovative desalinization and water purification plant on wheels, which is a mobile water purification unit developed by CSIR, Central Salt and Marine Chemicals Research Institute, etc. Today, RO systems are widely recommended to avoid toxicity caused by dissolved elements like arsenic and waterborne infections. But at the same time, there is a group who argues otherwise. According to many studies, RO systems completely desalinate water and remove essential elements like calcium and magnesium from water. Long-term use of such demineralized water can have an adverse effect on human health. Studies also suggest that demineralized water tend to be more acidic, which leads to removal of minerals from other areas of our body, such as our teeth and bones, causing bone and dental problems and resulting in free radicals that may lead to cancer. However, from an environmental perspective, household reverse osmosis units are known to help the environment by curbing the purchase of bottled water and thus creating less plastic waste.
Well, that is all for this episode of Science Monitor. Do tell us how do you like our program. You can send your feedback and suggestions. Our email ID is news@vigyanprasar.gov.in. You can also write into us at Vigyan Prasar C24, Kutub Institutional Area, New Delhi 110016. Well, that is all for today, but we'll be back with fresh news stories on science and technology again next week. Till then, stay tuned to Rajya Sabha TV and think scientific all the time. Thanks for watching.